In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on June 5th, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Red Sox versus Oakland Athletics. A pair of teams from the American League conclude a series out on the West Coast in Oaktown. The Boston Red Sox are on the road as they finish up a 3-game series with the Oakland A's Sunday afternoon. In the opening game of the series Friday night, it was the Red Sox earning a 4-2 victory to ensure a shot at winning the series no matter how things play out Saturday. Will Boston continue their upward trend, or will the A's find a way to get the victory on getaway day for a rare home victory? The Red Sox have cooled off a bit from a scorching hot 3 weeks in May, but comfortably won Game 1 of this series on Friday. After losing 3 of 5 to Baltimore, Boston split with Cincinnati and has won their last 2 games, entering Saturday by a combined score of 14-3. The Red Sox are still working toward .500 and trying to get in contention. Their offense seems to have turned a corner in May and will be keeping their foot on the gas as they try to go on another run. When the Red Sox got hot, it was Trevor Story and their lineup that carried the load. If Boston's success will come by way of running up the score, the A's just don't have the offensive firepower to keep up. The A's have lost 10 of their last 13 games, 7 of their last 8, and 8 of their last 9 at home as of Saturday. They are 7-22 at home this season and just getting bullied lately. The A's are at or near the cellar of the MLB in several offensive and pitching statistical categories. They just don't have the talent or depth as evident on Friday night. As long as Boston doesn't completely mail it in, they should handle Oakland just fine. So the Boston Red Sox money line is our full game side pick. Boston went into Saturday having seen the under post a 26-20-6 mark in their opening 52 games on the year. The Red Sox are 6th in runs per game with 4.79, which increases to an average of 5.12 runs per game as the road team. Boston's average total this season is 9.06 runs per game going into Saturday's action, while that number edges down slightly to 9.04 runs per game as the road team. Oakland has seen the under post a 27-22-5 record on the season going into Saturday night. The A's are 29th in runs per game with 3.35 per contest. That number falls to only 2.71 runs per game at home, which is last in the majors. Oakland's average total this season is 7.66 runs per game, and that edges up to 7.71 runs per contest at home. We saw 9 runs in the opener, and Boston's offense has kicked in as they averaged 5.68 runs in May and 7 runs in their first 2 games of June. Look for this one to wind up over the number. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Mets versus Los Angeles Dodgers. The New York Mets and the Los Angeles Dodgers will conclude their 4-game series in Dodger Stadium. The Mets will send righty Trevor Williams to the bump and is coming off a victory over the Washington Nationals, where he went 5 shutout innings and gave up 3 hits with 2 walks and 1 strikeout. The Dodgers will have southpaw Julio Urias pitching as he is coming off a losing effort against the Pittsburgh Pirates, where he went 6 innings and allowed 4 runs on 8 hits with a walk and 8 strikeouts. New York is 6-2 in their last 8 games overall and 0-4 in their last 4 road games, while the over is 5-1 in their last 7-game 4 matchups. Los Angeles is 45-13 in their last 58 games as a home favorite and 82-34 in their last 116 games overall, while the under is 2-0-2 in their last 4 Sunday games. New York has struggled a bit in this series, but are still one of the best teams in the National League. Buehler struggled a bit in his last game, giving up 4 runs, and the Mets will break out of their slump. The Mets have won the last 5 games by Peterson, and he will be good again in this game. Peterson sits with an ERA of 3.03. I get the reasoning for backing the Dodgers here, as Williams has been brutal on the road this season, but I'm not about to lay this kind of number with the Dodgers with Urias on the mound when Urias has been getting beat up lately and simply couldn't buy a win if he tried. The Mets found some solid offense here. Look for the New York Bats to finally wake up and bounce back in the final game of this series against a struggling Julio Urias on Sunday. So the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. Julio Urias will be looking for a bounce-back performance after getting his pitches splattered by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Granted, It'll be a tough outing against a Mets team that's been hot at the plate for most of the season. And yet, on a cloudy day in Los Angeles, I'm expecting Urias to stand his ground and have a good outing. Things could get rough for Trevor Williams, but it won't reach the point where this turns into an offensive soiree. The pitching is going to control this game as Trevor Williams has 2 games this season allowing more than 3 runs, while Julio Urias has had 3 starts like that but has had some blow-ups against tough lineups. Looking at the pitching so far in the month of June, the Mets are pitching to a 2.52 team ERA, while the Dodgers have a 3-staff ERA so far. Having a good first inning is tough for these teams as they have both teams hitting 7 homers each this season during the first inning. The under has hit in 6 of the last 7 games between one another. This total set here is a bit too high for 2 of the top 10 teams in the league in run allowance. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Louis Cardinals versus Chicago Cubs. The St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs wrap up their 5-game weekend series on Sunday night. The Cardinals are chasing the Milwaukee Brewers in the National League Central and have moved within striking distance in recent games. The Cubs are in the midst of a rebuild and are in 4th place in the National League Central, well out of first place. The pitching matchup on Sunday will feature ageless righty Adam Wainwright taking on lefty Justin Steele of the Cubs. The Cardinals have won 5 of their last 7 games and 5 of their last 7 road games. They have been on a roll offensively, scoring 22 runs in their last 3 road games. They have crushed left-handed pitching and will play well offensively in this game because Steele has struggled on the mound. Opponents have a .255 batting average against him, and he has given up 10 runs in his last 3 starts. So expect him to have a hard time slowing down the Cardinals in this game. The Cubs have lost 5 of their last 9 games, but they are playing well offensively, scoring 15 runs in their last 3 home games. Unfortunately for them, they don't hit the ball as well against right-handers, and they're going up against Wainwright, who has been great on the mound for the Cardinals. He gave up 6 runs in his last 4 road starts and 3 runs in his last 3 starts against the Cubs, and won't have trouble keeping their offense in check. Wainwright will get deep into this game and turn it over to the Cardinals bullpen to close it out. So the St. Louis Cardinals money line is our full game side pick. The Cardinals are averaging 4.92 runs per game and 5.12 runs per game on the road. They average 7.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Cubs, with Chicago giving up 4.64 runs per game at home. The Cardinals will hit their average in this game. The Cubs are averaging 4.46 runs per game and 4.71 runs per game at home. They average 5 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Cardinals. The Cardinals are 4th in the major league in runs per game this season. In the team's last 5 road wins, they are 3-1 to the over. In Wainwright's last 3 wins, the Cardinals are 2-0 to the over. For the Cubs, the team has played to the over in 7 out of the last 10 home games. And Steele starts this season. The Cubs are 6-3 to the over. I fully expect the power bats of the Cards to do damage in this one. There will be 13 miles per hour winds and 90% humidity at Wrigley tomorrow night as well, so balls may be flying out of the friendly confines. The Cardinals and Cubs played over the total in 2 of their last 3 meetings, with St. Louis giving up 3.96 runs per game on the road. The Cubs will score enough runs to push the score over the projected total as our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.